Welcome back. Episode 40 already.
Episode 40. I can't believe we're on episode 40.
We're
That's
cooking.
crazy.
Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Okay.
Tuesday, baby. Leafs game tonight.
16 games on.
Everyone game tonight.
Yeah.
Every single team is playing.
32 teams,
I
all
actually,
playing at 7 o'clock. No, I just...
I actually got excited. I saw that. I'm like, holy, there's a lot of hockey tonight. Like, I miss those times, like when the hockey's not on, where
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, there's a Leafs game. Oh, Bedard's playing tonight. Oh, you know what I mean? And it's like, I actually felt that like excitement
Yes.
for the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Just flicking through the channels. I remember as a kid, it'd be like 7 or 8 p.m. and I had like 6 channels because we didn't have cable or satellite or anything.
Right.
I'm like, okay, what game is on? I'd like try
I'd
to
have
watch
2
it.
channels.
Well, yeah, basically CBC would be good on Saturdays to watch
Yep.
a game.
Mhm.
But yeah, that they're all on a Tuesday. That's crazy. Usually Saturdays
that's
when they
random.
stack the schedule. But then the more games that were on, I get excited for the highlight reel pack.
Oh,
Yeah.
And-
TSN
Yeah.
highlight pack. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I would see like the scores in the ticker. I'd be watching, say, the Leafs game, and it says like, oh, Florida has 6 goals. I'm like, oh, Bure must have scored a few or whoever, right? Whoever the stars.
Oh, I have beef with that ticker. I feel like they got to get rid of that. I feel like it ruins.
Because you don't want to know.
Oh, you can turn that off, I think.
Can you?
Well, no,
Because-
back in the day.
Oh, back
I was
in the day,
watching
yeah,
Yeah, back in the day, I'm watching
I had to put
TSN.
Scotch tape over the bottom of the.
Yeah, and it's like it's at the bottom of TV. It's like Washington Capitals because I'd always know I'd watch the Leafs game, but
Yeah.
I'd never like Washington was my favorite team.
Yep.
And it would be like Washington Capitals lose 3-1 or 2-1.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like they tease the pack like, oh, up next is the Washington.
Right.
But then it's got the score on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, you
I'm
already
like,
know.
Yeah.
man,
It's not
that
even
ruins
exciting.
it now. It's like, come on, like.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, here was
I
my
got beef with the ticker.
Here was my beef. There's like say 18 teams playing. All right, I like this team. I like this team. I like this team. And then I'd wait until like 11:30 or midnight
Mhm.
to see the highlight pack.
Yeah.
Right after all the games are done. Okay, here's the highlights from around
Do
the
you
NHL.
go
and
condensed
they-
game for each game or?
Dude, I was 12 years old watching CBC. I
Oh.
did not view anything
I-
on the internet. I didn't have the internet until I was 17 because my mom was poor.
Sorry,
And it was dial up.
my mind went to like
No,
present day.
We're still talking about as a kid.
Yeah.
16 games. I'm so excited for the highlight pack. And then I stay up late to watch it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is going to go on for like 5 minutes. And whatever news channel or something, they would only allot like a minute and a half.
Mm.
Right. And I know a game, like it was like an 8-4 blowout. And they showed like 1 goal from that game. Like, what are you doing? There was 8 more goals. Show them all. I want to see every single goal.
Yeah.
I was, and then like some games, like say it was Colorado when they had like Sakic and Forsberg,
Mhm.
and they'd be like, and Colorado won 4-6, 4-2. I'm like, what? He didn't show a single goal.
Yeah.
So that really sucks.
Even now, some of the highlight packs they skip a few goals if they're
Yeah.
tight for time.
Yeah.
That's why I asked about
Yes.
because I knew where you were going.
moving to the future, yes.
Yeah, like right now you can watch the like 3 or 5 minute recap.
Yep.
And that covers like the game with someone voicing it.
Yep.
But if you just want to get like every goal, every play, and like get a feel for the game just by watching, you can watch the condensed game, which is like 9-10
YouTube?
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Oh.
like even on the NHL app, they have a condensed game format. or
Kids
whatever.
these days are just spoiled. Their access to highlights, it's amazing. Like I said, when I was a kid, I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see all these highlights. And I'd see a minute and a half. Half the stuff I want to
Yeah.
see is gone.
Yeah.
Now I could spend the next hour, like an hour the next day,
Yeah.
just going through every game, watching kids'
Yeah,
games.
I would love that. Speaking of kids being spoiled with technology, the NHL released their what's it called, EDGE stats. It's like advanced NHL stats.
Every 9-year-old is just frothing at the mouth to get these advanced stats, right?
It's
I haven't seen this yet.
so yeah. So this is basically they launched it on yesterday. They launched it yesterday. I was
Mhm.
playing around with it a little bit. It's kind of neat. The gist of it is that it tracks. You already have probably seen on some of the broadcasts like the shot speed.
yeah,
So they have a chip in the
I've seen
puck. They have a chip in every player's jersey,
Mhm.
so they can track shot speed on the puck, where they're shooting from, and like their skating speed, and their overall skating distance, which I don't know why that matters.
Shot
Pretty
one,
amazing.
Because don't you have to have a radar?
No, I think
it's so the way that it works is each chip has
it's
like
location
infrared
tracking, yeah.
infrared
Okay.
signals that are sent, and then there's receivers in every rink now
Yeah.
that track it.
Oh.
Basically, they know where the puck started and where it finished, and they just track the distance traveled, and it's a simple calculation, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's how it.
So it's
Yeah,
it's
pretty
wild. But
Oh,
do you got?
I just want to throw something in there
Yeah.
because we did like the hardest shot competitions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you always have the kids like, oh, I'm 13 and my slap shot's 95 miles per hour. Meanwhile, it was probably like 80 kilometers an hour, and then it gets better each time and then switches over to miles per hour the more times I tell the story.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is like a lot of these NHL guys don't have 100-mile-per-hour slap shots. Like 100.
In game, like.
Yeah. Even in the All-Star competition, you're taking the top 3
Mhm.
hardest shooters in the entire league,
Yeah.
having them skate from the red line in, and then clapping it
Right.
at full tilt. That's not having a game. So 100 miles an hour is hard to achieve.
Right.
In a game, a lot of these shots, like I saw Nylander teeing up a slap shot, 82 miles per hour.
Right.
Meanwhile, but then he leans into a wrister. I think he had like an 84 mile per hour wrist shot.
Right.
But a lot of times
Nylander
it's
could
like,
shoot that thing.
oh yeah, he can rip them, right? But a lot of the slap shots, one timers and stuff are coming. I'd say low 80s is probably pretty average
Mhm.
in the NHL, and like some of the guys really.
And when they're in tight, like high 70s, it's like when you're shooting from below the slot, you don't really
Yeah.
need to shoot it that hard to beat
Yeah.
the goalie.
I think they probably don't show the shot speed unless it's above a certain thing. Because I've never seen like 65 mile per hour
True.
shot, you know, or
The
anything like that.
muffins from the blue line, they fanned on it, it still went in.
Did they have the guards snipe? Did they have that on the
Oh,
radar?
that'd be nice
Did
to
they
see.
show that or not?
Well, I don't think you can go back to specific games, but
Oh.
it has stats from like the previous years and stuff on
Oh,
it.
nice.
So I wanted to get your guys' guesses on some of like who's the fastest skater on average or whatever,
Okay.
who has the biggest, most bursts above 20 miles per hour, that type of thing. It's kind of fun to see. But do you guys want me to play this video? I haven't watched it yet. I
How
don't know.
long is it? Because
I'd have no idea.
hit play and then tell me the timing on it.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see. If it's like 8 minutes long,
It's a minute long.
That's fair.
Okay, so
We'll try to narrate
I'll
it.
share our screen here.
Yeah. Well, for the people listening, I'll try.
Oh, can they see?
Nah. Wow.
Well, it depends how I edit it, but
On YouTube, they should be able to watch it. So to go into the advanced, the edge stats, it's basically like a graphic interface of things like what shot speed, where they skated with the puck.
yeah. All right, let's play it here.
All right.
After years of development analyzing millions of data points, NHL Edge puck and player tracking is bringing fans inside the game with insights and breakdowns
Very
of your
generic
favorite teams
right
and
now.
players, measuring explosive speed bursts.
Speed bursts. Okay,
tracking
that's what I was talking
100
about.
mile per hour slap shots,
Nice.
Slap shot
and
speed.
analyzing
That was
jaw-dropping
97.
saves. The NHL
Saves.
Edge system uses
That's interesting.
infrared technology and up to 20 cameras installed in all
Okay.
32 arenas to
20
capture data
cameras
from tracking
installed?
technology.
Wow.
This technology is embedded inside every puck. And
I wanna get my
tags
hands on
so
one of
much
those
like
pucks.
the sweaters.
Camera
Fans now have
skulls.
access to some of the same data points as NHL GMs and coaches, and can use the interactive features to see which players shoot
So
the
they're
hardest.
saying there's going to be some
skate the
jobs
fastest,
opening from people
cover the most
analyzing these stats.
and
Yeah,
determine
probably.
They said that
exact
they have the
location
same
of each shot.
stats as the coaches
In the
and
years
stuff.
to
now.
come, fans will continue to have
Fans.
access to even more exclusive data,
Right.
taking them
That's
even
pretty cool. All right.
closer.
So it starts out with these features, and then I guess they can use the
Okay.
technology to add more later.
Yeah, they'll find more uses for the data and how to display it and all that.
Yeah.
Two things I'm thinking is how can I use this to become a better men's league hockey player? Right, like I'm gonna see where McDavid is most of the time and kind of hang out in those areas.
Right.
Right,
Yes, yeah.
skate the same lanes as Bedard or something like that. Like who's getting the most goals and where how are they getting them?
I think
Is
that
that
it's
possible?
very insightful. Yeah. So
And then the other thing is we have those Helios trackers as well that we could put on, and then we could,
like for the like even men's league, you can
Yep.
throw it on. It tracks how much.
that's what I'm saying. So we wear those during a men's league game, and then we can do a direct comparison and try to find the NHL player we're most comparable to.
Right.
Right? Can we find like a fourth liner that we're like, yep,
Oh,
skate.
that's-
Paul
skate-
Bissonnette.
Well, you know,
Christ.
yeah, find an NHL player that your shot speed was the same. I guess we can't track our shot speed in the men's league game, but
You'd
like,
have to set a
you're-
radar gun up or
yeah,
something.
I don't know, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be a good video.
You find anything interesting from here yet?
So I thought I want to get
Ikes.
the one thing that I looked at was the average burst speed.
Yep.
I didn't guess the fastest one, like overall,
Who's got the fastest burst?
like ever, like
Yeah, right.
recorded on this.
Okay.
And so I didn't guess that, and I also was shocked at how few players have bursts over 20 miles per hour.
Like me and you.
Yeah.
The players must just hate this stuff.
I don't know.
The
Is it-
players were like, oh, if you're not in the top 20, you're like, damn.
Look
Like,
at
So-
this.
So
getting
max speed.
exposed.
Wait. Okay, let's let the people listening
Yeah.
think in your head who has the max speed in miles per hour. And this is crazy because this type of information is usually only done at the All-Star competition.
Mhm.
But I would say the best players are not always the fastest players,
Yes.
right? Like if you look back at Gretzky, he didn't win the fastest player competition. He didn't win the hardest shot competition, but he won by a long shot the most points and the most goals and the most
results.
assists,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, like, I would always think, who could actually win the hardest shot? Who does have the real hardest shot? Because they're only taking the top, say, 30 guys in the NHL.
Yeah.
So this is pretty interesting.
this surprises me.
Yeah,
I've never
so-
seen a
Okay.
more surprising.
Well,
This.
first thing I notice.
Wait. Let's not say any names first because I would like people to think on your team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we were watching the Leafs, I'm like, oh, Kapanen's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some legs on him.
Right.
These guys who are watching, say the Winnipeg Jets or the Carolina Hurricanes, they're the only ones who really see it, right? And they're like, oh, that
Yeah.
guy's really
That's
fast.
true.
That guy just beat out McDavid.
Right,
It's like,
because you don't pay attention to any other team's third or fourth line, really.
No.
Yeah.
but when you're watching the same players every single night,
You'll notice.
you know. So
Like
think,
we're talking about Noah Gregor and how fast he
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm saying.
Right? Like,
Gregor, yeah.
but like we're Leafs fans, so we know him.
so,
Where
so right now, just think about who's the fastest sort of unknown guy on your team. We'll read out this list and we'll
Yeah.
see if that's the guy you were thinking of,
before I even read the list, the first thing I noticed was that McDavid isn't on here for max speed.
which is wild.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if I believe. Like, I don't know if
Wait,
I could.
Our range here
That
is
doesn't make any sense.
is 22.9
Is it
miles
from
per
this
hour.
year, maybe that's why.
I don't know. Maybe he
We need
just
a
put
big-
on
we need a
some
bigger-
weight.
No, we need a bigger sample.
Okay. So the range is 22.9 miles per hour to 23.9 miles per hour. So all the top 10 are within basically a mile per hour difference.
Yes. For their max speed like burst. Like just one. Like not most times doing
Oh,
it.
this
So-
is
but-
So
max
I
speed, the
guess
fastest they ever
what
got.
position would you be in that you need to be as fat, like a back check?
a back
Yeah,
check
yeah.
maybe.
Oh yeah, back check.
Probably because it's off the puck. Yeah.
Or racing for a puck that is
Yeah.
free. Like you're about to get a
David
breakaway.
doesn't need to back check because he's always got the puck on his stick.
Yeah, like he's got the most agility
He's
and like
gliding so
quickness.
much.
The
Yeah.
only time
Because
you
you need
skate the
to-
hardest you possibly can is when you just made a mistake and you need to catch the guy that got the puck from you because like you're like, yeah, I don't want that to look bad on me. Or when the puck squirts out and you need to beat someone to it so you can get a breakaway.
Right.
Those are the two.
So I want to point out. Well, first of all, number one overall so far with all the data they've collected from last year and this
I've
year
never
so far
heard of this guy
is Rasmus Kupari.
from the Winnipeg Jets.
the Winnipeg
15,
Jets.
centerman.
Finish?
He looks
Yes,
Finnish.
He does look kind of Finnish, yeah.
We're
Then
so-
we got Martin Necas,
Okay.
Zach Werenski.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
That does kind of surprise me. But the interesting thing is, I would like to know if this is with puck or without, because I look at a couple of these guys. Nathan McKinnon is 10th. Braden Point is 5th.
Braden Point
And
makes
like those guys, I could see hitting those numbers with the puck. Like McKinnon
Fair.
flying with the puck. He probably skates
It's-
faster with the puck than without because
Yeah.
he only tries to skate hard when he has the puck.
It's got to be without the puck, like or with or without. It doesn't matter. It's
It's just unbiased towards.
Okay,
But
shout out to Kempe.
Yeah, Adrian Kempe is third with 23.5.
Fourth.
Oh,
Fourth.
sorry, fourth. But he's tied with third. He's the same speed.
same
as
speed,
Zach.
yeah.
Braden Point 23.45. Mackie Samoskevich, Minnesota.
And then shout out to Q.
Yeah.
Big Q Byfield, probably listening to this right now. He is on Team Sty and Flow.
Oh, they show when he was that fast. Yo, hover over that. Sorry, I said the wrong team for the.
Oh, in period 3,
What?
1738.
Versus
Don't tell me
Cara-
to give us the video, no?
No, you can if you want. So 10-14-2023 versus Carolina, Quentin Byfield, period 3 at the 17:38 mark is when he skated 23.
So with like 3 minutes left in the game.
That's kind of
roughly.
cool.
That's
Okay,
pretty neat.
I'm gonna nerd out and like I'm gonna need to send the kids away for a vacation.
Yeah.
And I just sit at home for like a day going
Click
through all
it?
this stuff.
Can you click it? Can
I'm clicked on
doesn't
Quentin
take you
Byfield.
there,
You can
eh?
go to his stats page. or
Oh, it should
whatever,
take
but-
you to that video. If,
That would
if
be
the
pretty
NHL
sick.
really wanted to get
Yeah.
this app flowing, like
Yeah.
Okay, then we got Jake Sanderson, Andreas Athanasiou, who I always thought was fast. I saw him
He's
play
always
in
been
the OHL.
speedy. Yeah.
I saw him playing. I was like, that guy's got some jets.
At 22.99.
Byfield stats real quick.
Sure.
So I just was like, I thought it's gonna be a breakout year for Byfield this year.
Yeah, Nathan McKinnon.
5 games, 1 goal, 1 point.
Alright, he's-
point.
But he's a +8, and he's defense, right? Or he's left winger.
I think he's gonna find his stride. Q's gonna find his stride.
Yeah. Anyway, then the next stat that I looked at was how many players or like who has the most bursts over 20 miles per hour.
Okay.
because I thought, okay, McDavid surely has to be on this list.
Yeah, he's got to be.
You know?
Yeah, he's bursting.
Okay,
It's-
McDavid is top 4. but
Okay.
McKinnon is top. He's
He's
50
best.
times.
Yeah.
The next closest is Braden Point with 39.
He is just an accelerator bunny.
What-
though. Have
yeah.
you
Oh,
seen
yeah.
McKinnon? Like
Yeah.
it's like he just goes out there to show off how quick he is.
If I were to pick a guy who just explodes, I would say McKinnon is
Yeah,
like
he's a bomb out there.
He seems
He
to
is, bro.
like.
Owen Tippett surprised me. I played against Tippett. He never was
Huh.
a
What is he?
fast
Oh,
skater
he's
to me.
8th. That's interesting. Yeah, 23
What
bursts.
are his
So
stats?
just
What are
reading
his
these stats
like?
because they can't see them. Nathan McKinnon has 50 20 per hour plus bursts, and then Braden Point has 39. So it's like, and then Connor McDavid 33. Connor McDavid has gone really fast 33 times, like just exploded.
But
But
Yeah.
I
Nathan
guess, I
McKinnon
guess
at 50
he,
makes
I
sense.
guess he, McDavid kind of had a tough start to the season too. Like
I don't know if is this just this season. No, it's got
I'd
to
like
be.
to see who like just never goes fast, who just coasts the whole game. Hey,
Josh Anderson, I wouldn't think would have that many bursts over 20.
he's not a bursty guy to you,
But I guess he's probably just over that mark.
dude. We should throw on our
we go to-
trackers
can we
and
go
see
to
how many bursts
stats?
we have in a game.
Yeah,
Right.
mine. I want to see how many bursts I have over 15 miles per hour.
Oh no, we'd have to lower the bar a little.
yeah.
I
Hey?
feel like I feel like I have quite a few. Like I'm a bursty guy.
We should
Like,
play.
I either don't like I'm either gliding
you
or I'm
burst. Yeah,
bursting.
yeah,
Like,
you
there's no-
burst.
No, there's no middle.
I feel we should throw these trackers on and just try to just burst all game.
Mm-hmm.
You just like explode, glide, explode. Just like keep on
Right.
messing
Played a
with people.
burst
eh?
game.
I think an interesting
hilarious.
stat for like the gamblers out there is going to be the zone time.
Oh, I need to see shot speed, but we'll
Oh,
do zone time. But
shot.
I really that's actually what I'm most interested in. How hard are guys actually shooting in the game? You know what I mean? What's
Right.
normal?
But well, Zach Hyman plays with McDavid or Draisaitl. So
Lafreniere, is that which one is that? Is that the one on LA?
well, no, this is
Oh,
this is
okay.
like all time. Like
Are you clicking on neutral zone? Is that what it's?
no, it's showing where they have the most offensive time. So Zach Hyman spends 51.9% of the time in offensive zone.
Yeah, that's all power play time. I bet you.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of it.
Artemi Panarin 54.6% is
So
the leader.
does Lafreniere play with Panarin then?
Probably,
yeah,
yeah, on the
yeah.
power play or something, right? Huberdeau, interesting. He's 8th.
Nylander,
over 50%.
Nylander.
Willie.
Nylander, Willie Styles over 50% in the offensive zone as well.
Holy.
Yeah, so these are just fun stats. I know you guys are. This is the stats that's approachable to you guys
Yeah.
because it's very visual and like
They make pictures.
it
I like picture
supports
books.
the eye test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go to shots.
Can we go to stats? Like, can we go to like leading leaguers?
Well, Jeremy wants to see the shot speed. first.
Okay. Here's
Max
wow.
speed mile per hour.
This is great. This is essentially the All-Star game if everybody was playing.
Right.
So now the entire season is an All-Star competition.
Right. Imagine players just start trying to shoot it harder or skate faster just to get on this list.
So I'm going to read
That's
that.
hilarious.
I mean, why
Would he look
One
good? Like,
Players love
the
love
agent
to be
looks
on the
that,
lead.
The team's like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, it's
can
like
shoot
how can I
100.
boost my value? Oh, but it's interesting though. I did read that these stats aren't allowed to be used in salary arbitration.
Oh yeah, because they'll just be like, yeah, let's not look at them.
Well, one thing I forgot.
oh,
the other
that's
thing
it.
I looked at.
Stay on this page for a second.
Don't let me forget goalies. Just
Okay,
say
goalies.
because I don't want to forget. I wanted to show you guys. It's crazy.
If I'm in the NHL and I see this instantly becomes a competition.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, I want to get on that. And
Yeah, like
right?
these guys are joking. These guys are in the. You
And,
see
like-
me on the max speed list. Like I
Yeah.
can just see them in the locker room, like
Yeah.
Sanheim. Like yeah, boys. Like no one's got a harder slapper. Look at Hedman.
All right.
I bet you these guys are looking at this
So,
stuff.
so think about
every night.
guys on the yeah, and like if you beat someone that's on the list, you're gonna send them a text with a screenshot.
Yeah, like, hey,
Hey,
bud.
Yeah.
You're gonna work on that
Just
shot in
past you.
practice.
Yeah.
So think of people on the team that you cheer for, and you know who has a good shot. Number one on the hardest shot list is Travis Sanheim with 101.4 miles per hour. Which is
Almost
That's
101.5 pretty much.
That's good to achieve in a game. Like he's not
Yeah.
skating from the red line into that, right? And then we got Victor.
And that was a
Hedman.
backhander too. No, just kidding.
We got if you hover over it,
Hover
probably
over it.
does it show what game? What
shows
time?
what game and what period.
Yes,
Not
versus-
what type of shot
Just
though.
leaning into one.
It's a slap shot. It's always a slap shot, Hayden. None of these guys are like 100
Tage
mile hour
Thompson.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
So yeah, I love that. So Victor Hedman with 101 miles an hour, and then Tage Thompson with a 100 mile per hour shot. And Tage is a big boy, big stick. He can.
He's got a lot of
you know,
leverage.
yeah, lots of leverage. Then we got
yeah.
Jan Ruda.
Jan Ruta.
Jan Ruta.
Nicholas Hague with 100-mile-per-hour. Owen Tippett,
I played against him. Let's remember that.
99.9.
Arbor Jack guy.
Jack I can finally pronounce his name.
Brent Burns.
Brent Burns
Not
at
surprised. He
98.
takes about 18 slap shots a game.
Yep. And then Colton Parayko.
yeah.
He's gonna break 100 this year.
97
Parayko's
miles.
shot looks like it's harder than anyone else's. Like the way he
Yeah,
winds up
you
for
just-
it.
oh.
And it always seems to hit people in the ankle
Imagine
too.
blocking. Imagine getting up to block.
And then
that.
Sergachev with 97 miles per hour.
Yeah. So that was this is some fun stats. I wanted to show you guys how do I find the goal.
I gotta play around with this more often.
Yeah.
Is it only showing the top, or can you go drill down to like certain players? Like maybe there's a player who's never broke 80 miles an hour, like maybe Goudreau or something, because he's got like a 50 flex stick. He just doesn't shoot it hard. Like
Yeah, you drew it.
Right.
I want to see Goudreau's
Yeah.
max speed.
I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Okay, so goalies. I just want to see like the all-time, because the stat that I saw was that Samsonov
Mhm.
for the Leafs leads the league in most saves from high percentage scoring areas.
Oh, so the
Well, they-
Leafs
they
are
have
just
so
giving up
many-
the
yeah.
juicy shots, eh?
But he
Oh.
like so last season he led the league in that,
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is from last season.
and this season so far. Like because they were using it last season, and
Not
certain
telling anyone about
people
it?
were allowed to like get limited access for like articles they're writing or whatever,
Mhm.
but it wasn't publicly available until
We
yesterday.
could probably make a lot of YouTube videos out of this. Just like,
Yeah, exactly.
Just
Yeah,
Scrolling through it.
just got to tell a story, right?
Yeah.
Add a story to the data.
exactly. So I thought you guys would enjoy this. That's why I
pretty
wanted
cool.
to bring it up. We won't go too far more into it, but we can play around
Can
with
we go to
it.
stats, just like lead leaguers, real quick?
Oh yeah. Number one, DeBrincat,
Yeah, that's.
Jack Hughes with 10 points. I was saying he's gonna have 130 points this season, which is a huge.
Dylan Larkin,
I
11.
said that. I said
You
that.
said
I'm the one that said he's gonna beat McDavid, didn't I?
You did, I think,
Was
but
that on-
I don't think he's gonna beat McDavid because McDavid. Well, I mean, David's
Yeah, he
not even on the
will.
list.
He 100% will
Ah.
if Hughes stays healthy.
McDavid's injured now. He's out.
2 weeks.
True.
He's
Two
missing
weeks.
how many games?
And
is
we're
that?
going to the Heritage Classic. We might not get to see him play.
I was hoping that maybe we could sneak into the press box and watch with him.
Sit on his lap,
Hey, McDavid's
Yeah,
not
that's
playing,
awkward.
so we can just sit next to him.
share some
Yeah.
popcorn. I was hoping that we could just go over to his place for dinner. We bring our swim trunks, go in the hot tub.
Yeah, like he's not playing. Else has he got to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Might as well hang out with us.
But yeah, Jared and I, Chippy, what do you have going on that weekend? Why couldn't you come?
I'm doing a tournament appearance in Toronto and setting up
Oh.
a Style and Flow booth.
Ooh. Get your style and flow. It's hard to get.
It's hard to get. It's
Like-
extremely. I mean,
I stopped wearing mine because I don't want it to lose value.
Drizzy shouted me out and was like,
We
"Yo,
should have opened the pod with that. How did we not open the pod with your Drake
I
shout
can't
out?
believe it, guys. I don't
Drake
know."
the first thing I
posted
wanna talk
your what post was it? It was Matthew. You were sneaking into Matthew's house or something. right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, so I was on FaceTime with my buddy, and I was just like, he was just like, "Oh, how's your day going?" It was one of those days where it's just it's just going. You know what I mean? It's just nothing too much is happening. We were just kind of talking on FaceTime, and then I get a text from, Freezer Tarps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Chetty. He's like, "Yo, did you check your?" It was Chelly and Freezer Tarps. We're in a group chat, and he's like, "Did you check your?" You check Instagram, like Drake posted you. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like,
He's
you know what I
thought he's
mean?
messing
Like,
with
and
you.
then, well, my heart low-key dropped 'cause I'm like, oh, he's probably like, he wouldn't just like randomly text me that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm like, let me see here. I scroll on Instagram. I'm typing in Drake on Insta, but
Yeah.
his name's not Drake.
No,
On
it's like Champagne Poppy.
Yeah.
Champagne Poppy. So I'm like, oh, I found Champagne Poppy. So I go to his story, and then I was the only person on his story. And it was-
Crazy, eh?
and it's funny because usually I don't put like Coach Chippy in the title. Like it's like
Yeah.
Leafs after a 2-1
Right.
loss, or
Right.
I'll
But you got the name
but I
recognition
put
in
Coach Chippy after
Visits.
visits Matthews after game one, and game
Right.
one was like a week or 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
So he posted, and obviously everyone clicked that, and it was
Oh
like,
yeah.
it went from like 100K views to like 3.5 million overnight.
That's crazy.
But it was like a skit that no one like understood because it was so niche.
there. I saw
it's
some of
such
the
a niche
comments.
thing.
They're like, "Does anyone know why Drake posted that?"
Yeah, it was, so I'm
Exactly.
like, God, I wish it was like a Canadians Be Like video or like
Yeah.
something a little more
Yeah.
like
Universal. But
universal. But it was
but
funny.
it was because of that, and
Sta-
you quoted his
standing on
business,
business. I was like,
so funny though.
yeah, standing on business.
But yeah,
That was
100
crazy.
he's got like 148
Crazy.
million followers. Probably one of the most famous people in the world. I'm just throwing that there. It's not bad to get a repost from
Yeah,
him.
it was
Even if it's
crazy.
an Instagram story, that's still like an extra
Oh.
million eyeballs at least on your
3
post.
million
Yeah,
apparently.
Apparently,
like
yeah.
5 million. He probably had
Pro-
like,
probably
it's like-
5 million people
What are
looked
his
at
story
it.
views? Yeah, story views are probably like 10 mil.
Yeah,
5 mil,
yeah,
5
yeah.
mil probably.
I'd say 5. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
around there.
probably.
That's true, yeah.
And,
And people would click through just because they're like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah, like, they're
Even
like,
if
what
they
is
don't
like,
know.
what is it? Like,
Yeah.
why is he on his story? Like that's what everyone was commenting.
dude, but
It's like,
you're bringing hockey to the masses.
it's
I mean, a lot of
crazy,
people
bro.
who watch that don't follow hockey or they don't know about it, and then they
Yeah.
saw your story. I'm like, who is this guy? And they probably scrolled through and watched some more of your things, right? So you're putting.
So yeah, whatever. I'm fired up. I'm like, no way.
Oh yeah.
Drizzy posted me. So my buddy and I are geeking out. I'm like, no way. Like, there's just no way, bro. Drake. I'm like, I refreshed. Like, I screen recorded. I sent it to my buddies. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
did you guys see this?
Dude, he follows you.
Yeah. And then so, hey, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
And then so that I start making all these like I was like, hey, I gotta like, take advantage of this. Like I
Yeah.
gotta do some marketing. Like
Oh yeah.
so I went and made like a funny video like when Drake posts you or something like that.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm doing like little dance or whatever. I'm like, I don't know, I was feeling myself. I'm like,
Yeah.
Drizzy's tapping in, like
You're
that's
vibing.
insane.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I made a little video, then I made all these stories
Mhm.
and then I posted it or whatever. And then so like 4 hours later, like I'm looking through, like you can see who views your story.
Yeah.
So I'm looking through. I have like 8 stories that day. Like the story before was me eating like hummus.
Yeah.
So like, I'm looking as
Riveting.
champagne poppy, champagne
No
poppy, every
way.
single story. And so he saw all the stories.
Yeah.
And then I check and it's like, oh, champagne poppy started following you. And I
Yo,
was
oh,
like,
you got the follow after.
yeah. It
Yes.
wasn't.
He was
Let's
checking out your
go.
stories to
Yeah,
make
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you weren't
yeah.
like, annoying too much. Yeah.
So champagne
That's
poppy
funny.
tapped in. Shout out to Drizzy.
That's
I'd
pretty
love to
cool.
go to a game with him or something like that. If
See-
he wants to get like a booth or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, get Bieber in there too.
Yeah,
Eh?
get Biebs. That's so I thought like if it was gonna be anyone, I've been like saying Bieber in every single one of my videos. So
True.
I was like, I didn't think Drake. I didn't think he watched hockey that much. He's
No,
more
he's
into
got the
basketball.
Leafs jerseys and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
He's more a basketball guy, yeah.
So I was like, oh, like
He's branching into other Toronto sports.
Well, he's a Toronto fan. Like
Small
he's a
markets, you know.
huge.
so I'm geeking like thinking Drake's like just like laughing at my video. Like no way I'm gonna post this on my. He's like that's crazy to me. Like
Pretty cool.
Drake was like, yo, I'm just gonna like
I
show some love real quick.
I thought that he had already been following you, and then like
No,
that
no.
just popped up, and he's like, "Hey, I'm in this video. I like this guy." Right? Like it's just crazy. How did you just come across that?
I feel like someone would have showed
People
it. To
must
him.
have
Someone
tagged him.
Someone showed it to him. I feel like
Yeah.
it's like because even like.
Or the
Like,
standing on
in order to get to
business
standing
really-
on business, that was like
yeah.
30 seconds in. Like I didn't
That's
get
what
to
I'm
that.
saying.
Like
Yeah.
you would have to watch that whole skit. Like someone would have to like send like like standing on business. Like
Mhm.
Well, you can't be the only person saying standing on business. You know what I
No,
mean? Like,
that's
he
right, like,
clearly like it
it was
resonated
like
with him somehow.
standing on business. Like I said it like funny. Like I did it like and yeah. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, what? Like and then my sister's texting me like, what? And then my sister's friends are texting her like,
Yeah.
yo, did you see? And then my mom's friends from Portugal's texting, yo, did you see? And
No,
I was
you,
like,
you gotta
"What?"
do more Max Domi
Oh,
related
oh,
stuff
the-
because
yeah,
like
they're buddies, they're
yeah,
buddies.
Ty and Drake are buds, right? So yeah, you gotta get in.
So maybe Drake's getting into the hockey and he wants to.
Maybe because
that's
Domi
space.
came back, he's like, yeah, I might dip my toes into the water of the Leafs world right now.
Yeah, like
Well,
yeah,
we
like
we all know the Raptors won the championship because of Drake.
yes,
So now he's gonna help the Leafs.
It
finally
was
win
meant to
Stanley Cup.
be.
like Drizzy.
Dude,
Let's get it. Let's get a box every playoff game this year.
yes.
Get Chip in
Regular
the box.
season
Let's get
too.
Biebs in the box. You know
Yeah.
what? Let's get some of the Raps guys
Got
in
a
the
party
box.
going, yeah.
Let's
Wh-
get a party. Bug
you-
Daddy in the
you know-
box.
You know
Yeah.
how you're trying to change the culture of Leafs fans.
Yeah, bro.
Drake can be your megaphone.
That's what I'm
That is
saying. I'm like
broadcast. You can finally remap everybody's brains.
Coach Chippy times Drake Leaf song coming soon. That's
a
all I'm
cup.
saying.
You-
It's a Stanley Cup.
Then when you get in with him,
Cup
you
bound
can
remix.
pitch him your cup bound remix. I was
bound
just about to
remix.
say.
Cup bound remix, Driz.
Things
Yeah.
are moving.
Cup bound remix.
Things are you need to get
Let's
a drop
go.
verse or a hook even.
I know a verse. We need a Drizzy
Alright,
verse
we
on
need a
Cup
verse.
bound.
We need a
Coach
Drizzy
Chip,
verse.
did you hear Coach Chippy's new song, Feet Drake?
Yeah, bro. Like that. We're
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
crazy though. Honestly, like I was geeking out. Like I was like, it was like my week wasn't like going not that great, and I was like, yo, like that just makes me want to keep creating. Like that fired me up.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie to you, that fired
me up.
I was like,
Yeah.
yo, that's insane. Like
I thought you were just joking at first when you posted that story. I was like, did he create an account that looks like Drake and make it seem like he posted
Yeah,
him
like,
just for
Chippy's
his
not that
skit?
type of guy.
But
No
then I
way.
looked and I was like, oh no, that's Champagne Poppy.
oh,
You
then I
can't make a
so then
fake
I'm like, yo,
account with-
I was like, what story do I make? I'm like, because I couldn't share the story. Like I was hoping like 'cause if I would have been tagged, I would be able to like add it to my
Right.
So I had to screenshot it, and then I was like, oh, like,
That's why I was thrown off because
I
I
had to
didn't.
screenshot it, and then
yeah.
I was like, Oh, I was like, they're scared of the 6 at Champagne Pappy. I was like, that's the hardest story I think I've ever made in my entire 3 years of making content. They're scared of the 6 at Champagne Pappy.
To be honest, all the stuff we just talked about, I don't see how it's not going to happen.
I don't
Like,
see.
Drake's recognized as a young hustler, coming up.
Real recognize real,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
He sees it,
He-
and he's
he-
an actor, so like I think he would have
Yep.
actually genuinely like saw the acting in it and like.
He saw your Degrassi level. acting
Yeah,
skills.
that's what I'm saying. Like Driz, like let's start a show. Like I'll be in the next music
The
video. if
teen
you want.
drama's coming soon.
I'm
Get me in the
saying.
music video, Drizzy. Get me in the music video, Driz.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm
see
already
how
in it. I'm
doesn't
just
happen.
joking. I was texting him like the other day. Whatever. Like,
I know you sent a voice memo to his DM.
shh. Yeah. He's,
Power move.
yeah,
Just waiting
Drizzy,
for
it's
the
a
open
power
one.
move. It's a power move.
Yeah.
10 million DMs a day.
Holy.
Hard to.
He's filtering through it right
Yeah.
now.
I don't know how we didn't open the pod with that. That's what I wanted to talk about right off the spot. I was
Yeah,
gonna drop it
that's-
right at the
that
beginning.
fired
Got
me up.
distracted.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right. Advanced stats was so interesting.
But yeah, like
That sounds so boring to say in
Drizzy-
hindsight, but it was
Drizzy's
cool.
game. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Oh, it will. Yeah,
it's
no.
gonna happen.
I
It's
to
just
be
a matter
honest,
of
like,
time.
you're putting out.
You should invite him to when you go on the ice with Bedard and put him in a blender. Like, he can be your
dude, I think
fanboy.
teaching Drizzy how to toe drag release.
To be honest, like it's hard for a celebrity like you to manage all of these relationships, like
I was saying like I got Drizzy with Bieber, and it's like
Matthews.
Matthews, and then like Bedard's like, yo, come out, like I need you to like train me for a bit, and then it's like, man, I'm busy. Then Kessel's like, man, like
I need
like my agent for a second, like I need you to get me on a team, and I'm like, just a sec,
Chippy.
just a sec,
You haven't made a video about me on your TikTok in 2 weeks. Come
I need to boost my value.
Ikes.
I need something to inflate my salary.
I'm getting bored, Chippy. I need another video.
Just a sec, Phil.
Oh,
Just a
God.
second. Busy training Davo right now. We're doing therapy now. We're doing some whatever it's called, physiotherapy with
Physio,
Davo.
yeah.
Jerry, you said you wanted to share some made up sayings or
Oh,
something like
a little fun in games on the
Oh.
pod. I like to always find like new things to toss in. Most Canadian to be doing the draft.
that? Mm-hmm.
I saw Will and Rusty's Playdate podcast. They just had sayings that don't exist.
Right.
So you say something that it sounds like a saying, but it doesn't exist.
But then when you think about it, it's like, what does
Right.
that actually
kind of
mean?
makes sense.
Right.
So I just asked you guys to cook up a few,
Mm-hmm.
write them down.
I brought one.
Okay, I think I've got 3.
I
so
got a few.
I know Chippy's probably got 30.
I could just do this all day.
Exactly. Just make them up on the spot.
Yes.
I'll go first.
All right.
I've got the older the tree, the deeper the roots.
That's not a saying
That's-
already.
It should be. It sounds.
It's great. I mean,
The-
it makes a lot of sense. The older you are, the deeper
You get invested
work
into
you've
things,
done
more knowledge you
into-
gained.
It goes to like
Wisdom,
habits.
wisdom.
Like the
Yeah.
longer you have a habit, it's kind of like a root,
Mhm.
and it's harder to uproot that new habit. Like if you just start doing something, it's easy to quit. You
Right.
can do it for 30 years. It's like it's just like pulling an old oak out of an old growth forest.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus like pulling a sapling out. So
Yeah.
that's the older the tree, the deeper the roots.
I like that.
Oh, thank you.
I'll get mine out of the way.
Okay.
Just
Let
the
me
one.
hear it, let me
It's if it's not loose, don't tighten it.
Okay.
And
And if it ain't broke,
Wait,
don't
if
fix
it's
it.
not loose,
Don't tighten.
don't tighten it. Cause so I used
It's
to have
already
the-
tight.
I'm
oh,
very
it's already
fidgety-
tight.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Uh-huh. I'm very fidgety.
Yeah.
And growing up, like if there was any like knobs or like door handles that were like loose, I would like try to tighten them too much to the point where I would break them or they'd be even more
Oh, no,
loose.
you strip the thread.
Yeah.
I like
So-
that if it's not loose.
So I thought of that and then I thought like, oh, it's kind of like another way of saying if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it's
Yeah.
like almost like don't meddle in things that you don't need to because it's not like it's already fine. You know?
I like that one.
Interesting. Interesting. All right.
All right, should I go now?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
This one, rainy days are for fish.
Interesting.
I don't know why I found that so funny.
Do fish
I thought that
even
was
know if
funny.
it's raining? Or?
Well, whenever I used to go fishing as a kid, they always bite more when
Mm.
it's raining because like they think it's like bugs.
Right.
on
They come to
top
the
of
surface more,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Rainy
That is.
days are for fish.
Okay, give me an example. When am I?
I've
gonna
heard
use
rainy
this?
days are for fishing.
You know what? Rainy days are for fish. You know,
Just
like
fish.
oh, it sucks. Like today's it's raining out,
Mm.
and rainy days are for fish, man.
Find the positive.
So like, like
That's good.
think about the fish today that are like excited that it's raining.
Yeah.
Rainy days are for fish.
You're a
Rainy days are
fish.
for fish.
You like rain, you're a fish.
Can't tell me that's not the best line you've ever heard.
That's good.
Rainy days are for fish, man.
Jared, do you have another one?
Yeah. It's hard to win the Grand Prix with a school bus.
That's
Yeah.
great. I mean, when you just don't have the right vehicle.
What does that apply
get
to?
there.
It's, everyone's got their own strengths and weaknesses.
I like it.
Right? Maybe you're trying to race the Grand Prix in a school bus.
Mm.
It's-
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
one
What
a
if
lot.
what if it's a school bus Grand Prix? Everyone has a school bus.
you know what school buses are great for? Getting a lot of kids to school
Mm,
or converting into an awesome camper van,
right.
but not winning that Grand Prix.
Mm.
Use what you got. It's kind of like a use what you got type of mentality.
Yeah.
Find your strength and really hone in on that.
Mm.
I wouldn't use a Grand Prix race car to try to bring a bunch of people to school.
I like that
You
one.
know what I'm saying?
I thought of another one just now,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay, let's go.
and it's contrarian to one that already exists.
Okay.
There's only one way to get there.
There's
That's
only
not
one.
true.
Instead of there's more than one way to get there. The classic dad saying when you get lost, there's more than one way. I say there's only one way, and that's the path that you're on in life. There's only one way to get
I
there.
like that. It's already,
That's-
it's already written.
All
It's your path. I like that.
right, we got another one from him. That's good.
All right, mine's more of like a saying, like just like a made up saying, like
Right. That is what we're doing.
when the socks don't dry.
When the socks
When the
don't-
socks don't dry.
Mm, that's a bad day.
It,
No,
it,
it's
it
just like-
sounds depressing to
You
me.
know, when the socks don't dry. You know, sometimes
Mm.
the socks don't dry.
You get
Before your next game,
When the
like
so-
the under socks, and
Yeah.
they're so wet, but when you got to put them on at a hockey tournament,
yeah,
then you get trench foot.
yeah,
It just sounds
Yeah.
like a terrible experience when the socks don't
when the
dry.
socks don't dry. You know,
That's kind of like to
when
me.
the sun don't rise.
yeah, it's just when,
When the
the
so-
yeah, exactly.
the socks don't
you know,
dry.
When the socks don't dry, man.
yeah,
You
I
know?
like that.
That's,
Another one.
it makes me feel sad.
When the sweater hits the floor.
It's like the end of the day type
When
thing.
the sweater hits the floor.
You got to give me a scenario here.
I don't know. I just making them up. I was just-
Okay.
You told me to make up saying.
You could come up with the meaning yourself.
when
You
the
just-
sweater hits the floor, man. You know?
right?
To me, that
When the
feels-
shoe drops, is that kind of the thing?
It could be like when the sweater hits the floor, like you might get busy in the bedroom. I don't know. The sweater hits the floor.
to me, it's like it signifies it's the end of the day. You know, like
Yeah,
you're
it's
done.
the end of the
It's
day,
all
like-
over.
Right.
Sweater hits the floor.
It could mean different things to different people. I like that.
So are we gonna use this? Like Sammy's, Jeremy, are you gonna do the dishes? When the sweater hits the floor.
It should be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying rainy days are for fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just start dropping them randomly.
And when the keyboard
Yeah.
gets jammed.
Hey, if it's not loose,
Wh-
don't tighten
when
it.
when the keyboard gets jammed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's another one.
Mhm.
My last one. I got the sun. I got to deliver it clean.
Okay.
All right. My last one. The sun still shines through a dirty window.
Mm, I like that.
Ooh, I like that one.
You know,
yeah.
you could have some stuff going on. Everything's not perfect, but the sun still shines through.
Mhm.
Still got a little bit of light to hold on to.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't hurt to have a clean window. A little more sunshine will shine through, but
Mm.
sun still shines through a dirty window.
I like that.
And in a weird way, it reminds me of Michael Clance, the guy on the old paint cans.
Hmm.
I think he scored a goal, and he was just making a comeback. Like he hadn't played hockey in like 10 years, and we're like, what a goal, what a goal!
Right.
And he just turns, and he says, "Well, the sun shines still, or the sun still shines on an old dog's arse every once in a while."
That's hilarious.
Never heard that saying in my life.
That's funny.
The sun still shines on an old dog's arse. Then you just picture an old like bulldog in the
Yeah.
sun, and
Oh
like
my
that must feel
God.
so nice. Hey,
Yeah.
just the sun warming.
That's hilarious.
That was fun.
And that surprisingly is a saying that does exist.
Yeah, he must have grew up with that
Well,
one. or
now all
something.
these,
His
all,
dad.
the, all these
Yeah.
things. Exist
All these
now.
sayings exist now.
Yeah, we put him in the universe.
There you go.
Yeah, now we can use them. We can drop them, and all you puck daddies will know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
We just have to remember.
I would be very impressed if one of you guys dropped one in the pod.
Yeah.
I got another one.
Oh.
I've never heard of a fire that's cold.
Mm.
Never heard of a cold fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when someone says, "Oh, like you're super hot," like you're hot in the hockey game. Like,
Right?
never heard of a fire that's cold.
Right? Like I'm always burning.
Yeah.
I've never
Always
yeah,
burning. I
never
don't
heard
get
of-
cold.
Never heard of a fire that's cold. Never.
You think I'm just this way now? No, I'm always this way. Always on fire.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, I could go all day with
100
these.
degrees.
Yeah. We'll have to. Maybe we'll do it again on another episode.
Check back next week.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I drive with no radio on, and things pop into my head. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good.
There's another saying: driving with no radio on.
I've never s-
You're just zoning out.
I've never seen someone wear a hat with perfect hair.
Mm.
Now that feels personal.
Yeah. Personal experience.
I'm wearing a hat. I wear a hat every day.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Moving on. The Kuznetsov shootout moves.
Love it.
Do you? I love it.
I just think
I think it takes skill to go like. So what we're talking about here, I'll give a bit of context. There's been a bit of rumble jumble around the league saying that you shouldn't be allowed to go that slow in a shootout because Kuznetsov's signature move, he goes up the right wing. He's a left-handed shot.
Mm-hmm.
He slows up at the blue line and essentially comes to
He
like
doesn't slow. He the wind essentially just gently moves him down.
Yeah,
Like he's
he hits-
almost not moving.
he hits the brakes and
Yeah.
then just continues to move his feet and he just kind of like wobbles into the
It
crease.
takes him 37 seconds to get to the net.
Yeah, and then the goalie, it's really hard for goalies to time that movement because how do you back up at that pace? Like,
Yeah.
so then,
and then
he
you could jump forward.
he waits until the last second when he's like basically at the crease to go backhand, forehand, and beat the goalie to the post.
He essentially times it so right when the thought of I should
Poke check.
him. I
Yeah,
should poke check him. Now is like, and that's all they're thinking of. It's like, okay, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Okay, he's close. He's close. He's close. He's really close. I need to poke check. Right when it's like they
they're
go
thinking
to
about
poke
it.
check,
Yeah,
it's in the net.
yeah.
Has he
And-
missed it? Has anyone stopped him?
I think he's
Can we
like
play it?
he's something like 50% on the year. Or
But
something.
does he use that one every time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I'd like to see him not score on it, but I feel if he doesn't score, it's just because he like hit the goalie or something. It's
Right.
Like, let's see how long it takes him here. Let's just sorry, we're just throwing it up on the big screen here.
like, yeah, we got it muted
Yeah.
while we watch a beautiful ad from Canadian Tire.
You gotta get that
Yeah.
YouTube premium.
Oh, never.
Okay, 24 for 56, according to this.
Like 50% or something. What the heck is going on? Okay, yeah. So
he's
this is one example. He's twirling his stick
not that
mid
slow.
time.
That's okay. Watch some more. Look, he pushes the puck forward, and as he's approaching, he's twirling a stick in the air, just making an absolute mockery.
Share the screen here.
Okay,
Yeah, it's unreal.
there are some where he goes
I
even
love it.
slower. Like I saw one recently where he skates. Like, look at this.
Oh,
I-
he's
Even
deking
look at
with
this
his
one. He's
feet.
literally like walking.
He dekes with his feet.
Yeah, like this is
Like you
Okay,
could
that's a
walk to
slow
the
one.
net faster.
yes.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys get the picture. He waits till the last second, goes backhand, forehand. He's always
Blocker
coming
side,
from the
he
right
always goes
wing.
blocker.
Mhm.
Yeah. Unless he's a right-handed goalie or left-handed goalie.
He goes backhand, forehand, boom.
Yeah.
every time.
Mhm.
Just brings it across.
So there's been a bit of talk, bit of chatter in the league that the NHL should implement a shootout clock, like a shot clock, so that you only have a certain amount of time before you have to shoot it.
Just bounce the shootout out of the game and go 10 minutes.
That's what everyone else is saying.
3-on-3
yeah.
until they die.
Yeah,
right?
literally. It's not.
Or at least 10 minutes.
I would say
at least 7.
I'd be happy with 10-minute 3-on-3 and then a tie.
Well, the thing is, when Kuznetsov takes 5 minutes to do a penalty shot attempt, that equals out to just more overtime anyway. So why not just?
I actually, I don't know. I like the shootout because it's fun to see cool moves.
Right.
Especially when I was like younger, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that." You get to see things that aren't normally used in a game.
I
Mhm.
dislike the shootout.
Yeah,
I don't get excited for it. It doesn't excite me that much. Like, it's just like.
Yeah,
don't know,
I
like,
see both
3-on-3
sides.
excites me so much more. Like, it's just like, because there's shootouts in 3-on-3, because there's a breakaway every
True.
other moment.
yeah. The
Yeah.
3-on-3 is a lot more exciting. That's for sure.
I think I would like to adopt the Tyke rule, where you go to overtime and every minute one player comes off the ice from each team.
That would be cool.
So then you could end up with a Matthews versus McDavid 1v1, and then you got to like chip the puck in and
Yeah,
line
like,
change.
that's way better.
That would be so electric.
A
And like,
one-on-one.
you're telling me there won't be breakaway attempts with a one-on-one?
Oh, there's gonna be.
You
a
know?
lot.
Yeah, oh my, it's going to be.
So
that
that'd
would
be
unreal.
yeah.
I would
would
love
love-
to see how the NHL would
Even
adapt to
2-on-2.
that. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
2-on-2 would be fun. But if it's 1-on-1, then the goalie essentially becomes a second player. He might be coming out and like making passes, or like have the goalie skate out to the blue line.
Think of the possibilities,
right?
man.
So that you can skate, pass it over to him.
Oh, did we
Yeah,
just
I
come
don't
up with
know.
something here?
Like start out 5-on-5 overtime, 2 minutes,
Yeah, I think you go right to 3-on-3.
or even 4-on-4.
Okay.
4-on-4 for 2 minutes, then another 2 minutes 3-on-3, then another 2 minutes 2-on-2. Then you got 1-on-1 until someone scores. And like that's not going to take longer than 8
No,
minutes. You can't tell me that's going to take longer than 8 minutes.
No, yeah,
Because you can't rag the puck when it's one guy.
Yeah, no, that's
It's going to be a breakaway and a goal, or a turnover and a goal. You know, like
we'd see an increase to the fastest player stats in the advanced stats, all right?
throw out Ilya Mikheyev just to blow by on the wing.
1-on-1 would be crazy because you couldn't get off the ice
Yeah,
until like a
Mm.
face off.
you'd have to give it to the goalie.
Yeah,
And
pass
ha-
it back to
and then have the goalie lob it down to the new guy.
or like you rip in, you come in, you get your breakaway because the guy fell.
Well, you're
You
telling
get your shot, you instantly peel back, skate to the bench, a guy hops over.
we're
right?
3 men's league players. We just came up with 4 different ways that you
They're
could
better
do it
than- yeah,
1-on-one
they're
and
better
not
than
turn
how
the
they
puck
do it.
over.
NHL gives us a job. Okay?
Yeah.
We're consulting for free. This is crazy.
Yeah.
We should make this paid only podcast so you have to pay to get this awesome information.
But anyway, I think we both, or all 3 of us, feel pretty much the same way about the Kuznetsov thing. We don't want to take it out, but the shootout itself is
It's the only thing we're talking.
not optimal.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
at least like that he's bringing some sort of flair to the.
I love it.
shootout. I love it.
Some people don't like it because it's like, oh, he's trolling. He's like making a mockery of the shoot. But
If
it's,
it works, it
Shootout
works.
is a mockery.
It gives you results, you know? Like
Shootout, you're determining a game based on 1-on-1, 1-on-0, you and
Yeah.
the goalie. Like it doesn't.
You know what I love? That he's having
Oh.
fun out there.
mhm.
He's just like, all right, let's woo-doo-doo. He's twirling his stick around.
Yeah.
That's something like the men's league would
swagger.
do
The
when he
swagger,
knows he's
yeah.
better than everyone.
I don't
and,
even
like,
do that in men's league.
No,
Like
I
that's-
wouldn't do
that's
it.
So much mojo.
No, yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, he's got the swagger. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
He's
how
in
we
a
feel about that.
NHL game doing a stick twirl during the shot. That's
Wild.
nails.
All right, let's talk Leafs for a little bit
All right, let's go.
before we wrap it up. We got a quick one today. They've didn't have the best start. I think the Steve Dangle put it best. Up until they beat the Lightning, they hadn't won a game without Matthews getting a hat trick.
Fair.
So,
Yeah.
okay, but Matthews did get a hat trick, so they did win. But
Mhm.
it's really dependent so far on Nylander and Matthews to score. I think they've gotten
Oh.
well over half their goals.
I think it was after 3 or
Yeah.
4 games. I don't know how many they played, but it was after a considerable amount of games. They had no scoring from their bottom 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
the goals are coming from the second and first line, Nylander and Matthews, pretty much.
Yep.
But in the most recent game against Tampa, we got Matthew Nyes with 2 bingos, 2
Oh,
assists
yeah.
from Domi.
Yeah,
We're getting
talking about Domi. Let's talk about Domi.
Yeah, I think that to start the year, Domi was a bit of a disappointment. I would say.
Well, they
But-
didn't put him in the right role to
Yeah.
succeed.
Uh-huh.
They-
But
they-
like they have him with I think Nyes and Domi could work out well because
oh, I do too.
Nyes has a good instinct for like goal scoring, and the only reason that Nyes was playing the 4th line was because they had Fraser Minton up
Mm.
to give him a shot, right?
Mhm.
And they couldn't put
they
him with
take him
someone
out?
else. I think they're not. He's not going to play tonight against Washington,
Right.
but he might still be traveling with them, or
Bet the over
Maybe
on
they
Ovi
said-
goals tonight.
they probably send him home after tonight.
Ovi destroys us every time we play Ovi. Like he's about to.
Is it in?
score.
I think it's in Washington.
Yeah,
too, isn't it?
Ovi's gonna light the lamp. against
Ovi hasn't scored yet.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
How many goals does
Bet
it
the
need to
over-
beat Gretzky's record?
He's going to score
He's-
4 tonight.
He's gonna he's literally gonna be fine. Like Ovi's not going
Mhm.
anywhere. Like
Yeah,
he's not gonna retire until he gets that.
Pretty much, yeah.
He will not retire.
yeah. All he has to do is stand there and let the rest of the team
Yeah,
set
Pass
him
it
up.
to me on the power play, boys.
Yeah,
Surprising Matthew Phillips for the Washington Capitals. I think he's leading. He's 3 points for the Caps.
right. They're not playing too well though. I think the Leafs should win this game, but
he's
who knows?
He's 5'7", and I think he started at 140 pounds. That was a few years ago. Now he's 160, but it's pretty good to see a guy like that. He reminds me of Swaggy P out there. Like he's a smaller guy and
Small, shifty.
really dynamic and shifty.
I haven't watched any of the Washington
I've seen him.
games,
Apparently
so-
lit it up in the A.
Yeah, he did really well in the A, so
and
that's
they're
why he
like,
got
finally
shot.
give this guy a shot.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All
So
right,
yeah,
I'm looking at the goal record. Ovi's at 822. He needs to get to 894.
Look at the games played though.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's about close to 100 less.
Like that's insane.
So Ovi basically needs like 70 goals, 72.
Yeah, he'll get.
so it's like a couple seasons.
he'll get
probably.
30 this
Yeah,
year.
Yeah.
he needs like 35.
I think he needs if he has a really good year, he needs like a season and a half.
he needs
I
a
think
50 goal season.
He needs 2
Okay.
good seasons, and then he'll be past it.
So
no
he's played.
problem.
We're overreacting. He's only played 4 games this year.
Well, okay, so 2 years ago he had 50 goals, and last year he had 42. So he's doing all right.
Right.
If he gets a 50 goal season this year, he breaks the record next year.
Right. So one thing about the Leafs that I wanted to get your guys' opinion on is moving Bertuzzi off of the first line. That hasn't really worked with like Matthews and Marner are always buzzing no matter who they're with.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think about putting Bertuzzi with Tavares and Nylander? Do you think that is a good play, or should it be getting more from Bertuzzi with that much money?
I don't mind it. I think he would complement Tavares well because
They're lighting it up. That line's our best line.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Tavares and Nylander, like,
yeah.
oof.
Yeah, Tavares has been underratedly still producing
He's got-
like
he's
leading
offense.
in
Yeah.
points.
yeah, I don't mind Bertuzzi with Tavares because I think Tavares like has that workhorse attitude,
Mhm.
and Bertuzzi has a bit more get up and go because he's a little younger. So they complement
like-
each other pretty well. And
I
Matthews
don't,
and
I'm
Marner,
not sure what Bertuzzi does overly well.
I know, like it's hard to. I
haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen
I'm
his
hoping to see
identity
more.
yet.
Yeah, exactly.
and I want to find. I want him to like. I want to see a game where I'm like, okay, that's what he can do
Yes,
for us.
I'm
Like, I
still
wouldn't say
waiting.
he's a grinder. Like I wouldn't say he's.
No,
and I
he's-
wouldn't say he's a skill guy.
It's weird. I'd say he's like. See, I still can't put my finger on it, but if I had to like describe him, I'd say he's the type of player that puts effort in at the right time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like
Like,
he'll
he
win a
got-
battle when you need him to.
Yeah.
But he's not like making crazy good plays. He's not like going like a bull into a China shop in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, and he's not causing as much crap as Bunting did.
No, yeah, I thought he was going to be a more skilled Bunting, but he hasn't really shown that like pesty.
I think it's just because we saw our view of him was skewed from the playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but bring that mentality to the regular season. Come on now.
I think.
I mean,
I
if he
think
can-
Domi.
Yeah, I don't know. Domi, what about
I
him?
think Domi needs a shot with the big boys.
I mean, I think he's playing just fine with Nyes. Just give him a little more ice time. That's all, right? Give the third.
Yeah.
Give
That's
the
what I'm
third
saying.
line.
Well,
I think he
Matthew
needs
Nyes on the fourth line was only getting like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to
So,
see Nyes and Pappy, and I want to see
Domi and
Domi,
Nylander.
Pappy, and Marner. I just want to see it.
Oh, you just want to see the variety. Well, it's a long season. You'll get to see them.
No,
I
no.
want to see Domi and Marner play together.
Keefe has been juggling lines. He tries everything.
He hasn't put Domi with
But
Matthews.
one
yet.
thing I'm noticing is looking at this lineup: Yarncroke, Matthews, Marner, Bertuzzi, Tavares, Nylander, Matthew Nyes, Camp, Domi, Gregor, Holmberg, Reeves. The top three lines, the talents to me, it seems like it's spread out a bit more. Like there can be offense from
Oh yeah.
all three
Well,
lines.
that's we were waiting for the Domi, that
Yeah.
third line, to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, that way we needed them to score.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I want Domi to have a good road trip here.
Yeah.
And then come back like just electric, ready to
I
score in
agree.
Toronto. Just to be like that player that we know he wants to be, the electric, like make right on his dad's name with like the skill level, you know? Oh, we got a food delivery
We got a
coming in
food
here.
delivery that has a bite out of it.
Wow.
Sammy, did you bring some for us?
She says no.
It's okay. It's okay.
Mukbang.
No, don't-
Intermission.
I'm gonna just mute Jeremy's mic here.
Is it
It'll-
freshy? What did you get there, Jared? I'll
Yeah, it looks a little freshy. Texas
take a bite.
burrito.
Take a bite.
One bite and we review it.
Tex-Mex.
One bite. We review and then we end the video.
in
That's how these reviews
the
work.
pod.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not actually going to do the mukbang.
Oh dang, we were
Okay.
just
Sorry,
waiting for
waiting
you.
Waiting for
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, before we finish it up, is there anything else, Leafs, that you guys want to talk about?
I'm going to throw it there real quick. Very disappointed in. Okay, Austin Matthews scores a hat trick opening night, then does it again. 2 hat tricks in a row, star player, and there was like barely any hats, and you could see hats.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could see hats coming down
But the lower bowl
from the
wasn't full.
300 section. The lower bowl is just like, oh, how many does
The
he have
lower
now?
bowl is talking
Like-
about when are they going to invest in their new
Exactly. They're having like little business meetings
skincare
down there.
technology.
They
that
need a zip line from the top bowl to get those hats on the ice.
Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
you throw it and it gets caught and then slides
lower
on the
bowl
ice.
is talking about crypto markets right
turn-
now.
turn
That's
on
what the lower bowl is doing.
blowers.
Yeah, turn on big fans.
Yeah.
Matthews, like anytime there's a hat trick, these massive
Hey,
fans come
let-
on and it carries the hats out or
Talk
something.
about
There should be a
Let's-
thing that comes up from behind the seats.
Let's
Throw
get some.
your hat. You got to teach these fans how to actually watch a game.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
they
some
don't even know.
Let's get some real fans in the arena.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Looking at us. Looking at us.
They need to have a technology card. Hey, corporates, throw your hat. If there's a 3-goal, you got to throw your hat on the ice. It's mandatory.
I've
Yeah.
always said they should have one night, and I know they will never do it because
talked
it's a
about this.
terrible business idea. It's just $20 cash tickets. People off the streets. You pay your $20
It's
and you get in the
marketing,
door.
though. It's
Do
actually
it.
a great
like,
thing.
how could you not do that? Right? And like, if you're not allowed in the building if you don't have a jersey on.
Right.
Yeah, like
just
there's-
not allowed in. No, go away. If you have a suit
I
on,
think it was
you're out.
Rachel Dory. She said they should have a coat check that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can like swap your jersey for your jacket.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't think it's them not being able to because they have to wear a suit. I think it's just that they don't want to. They want to look like the hoity-toity.
They're talking about crypto market.
Yeah.
And they're talking about where the next investment's going
Mm-hmm.
instead of watching the games.
Yeah, it's a tough look for Toronto, and I've been to enough games where it's like I'd rather be in the 300 section because that's where all the energy is. That's where the taunts are happening. That's where the real fans are.
The 300 I've watched last time, they're so far up, man.
It is, yeah.
You are deep. I was in the obstructive view during Matthews versus
Oh,
Ovechkin.
Oh, extractive
Game
view. That's
6.
tough. That's tough.
Game 6.
yeah. They
Yeah.
gotta update that. Take away the
But
obstructive.
you're
view
so
somehow.
high up there. Like
Yeah.
it's not even like it's
You're tickling the
high.
rafters.
You are.
You're
up
almost as
there.
high as Chippy Stick when he winds up for a slap shot.
Holy.
Hey,
Almost as high as that stick. Almost took that guy's head off like a pitchfork the other day. And
rainy days are for fish.
Rainy days are for fish.
Nope.
Got a draft? Are we doing the draft?
Yeah,
Draft.
we're doing a draft. Halloween is around the corner, so I thought there'd be no better way
Look at Jared
kick
writing
that
stuff
off
down.
than with
Off the
drafting
dome.
the best Halloween candy.
Let's do it.
We're all three of us.
I don't have any. I don't have anything written down. Look.
There's plenty of candy to go around,
See, off the
so
dome.
I think all three of
Going
us.
off the dome piece.
Oh, we're going 3. No, I
Yeah.
just like to keep track of what
All right, let's
order
do
I'm
it.
in, what's been taken. So
How do we
Going
decide who
first.
goes first?
So three
Alright.
person rock paper scissors. Rock paper scissors.
It's a 3-way tie.
That's a 3-way tie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rock paper scissors.
Oh,
So
you got
Chippy
both of
can
us.
go
Chipper's
first.
I'm
All right,
third.
so I'm second.
third.
So Chippy, you can lead it off. Drafting the best Halloween candy.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Can I say
You can say whatever you want.
full chocolate bar? Like, can I say like type of candy? Like,
No, it's got to. You can't like full chocolate bar versus small. It doesn't matter. It's the brand, like the name of it.
There is a whole vibe to getting a full one. I don't know. I think we'll be allowed to.
yeah,
should
that's
allow
we
it.
gotta allow it. We gotta allow it. We have to allow it. We have to allow it.
Dude, you
When you
can't
get a
just say
full-
full chocolate bar because that's like everything. You have to pick a type.
But if we're talking about Halloween, if you pick a type, we're just essentially drafting candy. I think you gotta say full chocolate bar. It is.
Yeah,
it is-
it's a
I don't know.
Halloween. It's a
I'm,
Halloween thing.
Okay, well then every other pick you make is a full chocolate bar. You know, like
I'm allowing it.
Thank you. When you get a full bar, there's a difference.
which kind though?
Full bar? It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be. There's so many kinds.
I don't know. My pick is unique.
I wouldn't allow
That's right.
that.
Well, we got two against one. 2 against 1.
We're allowing it.
Full chocolate bar. We're allowing the vibe.
Well,
Just
thank you.
it doesn't matter because you get the full chocolate bar. You're like, oh, sweet. It doesn't matter
could
if
be
it
a
costs
Kit Kat,
coffee
it
crisp.
It could be.
Could be.
It's just a full like that's
Yeah,
like that's
it's
like
like,
it's,
oh,
that's,
that's a
that's a
full bar.
unanimous one. That's just like a
Yeah.
unanimous like. And there's another one you could take too.
Hold on.
That's like
Let's
Wait till it
Hayden
comes
go.
back around to you.
Hayden.
So then, just by that nature, does that mean that Jeremy and I can't pick any full chocolate
No,
bars now?
we can pick a
You-
candy, specific candy.
What? What are you talking about?
You're drafting the best candy, so you pick whatever your pick is. You just can't. You can't also pick
it's
full
tough.
chocolate bar.
That's so dumb.
No,
can't-
no, you could. There's so much other things you could pick. Like there's so many things. Like
Okay.
Halloween, it's Halloween treat, right? It could be. It doesn't have to necessarily be a candy.
I
You know what I
Well, we're drafting the best Halloween
When
candy.
It's just best Halloween.
Hayden, take your pick. Come on.
Gift,
You're
bro.
slowing the
guys-
draft down.
You guys are ridiculous.
Yep.
I'm going Kit Kat.
All
Full
right.
chocolate bar.
It's our
Okay,
full Kit Kat.
Okay,
I'm
full
just
Kit
writing
Kat.
down.
That's
Sorry,
the bomb.
no.
That's the bomb.com. Like I've already drafted
Chip
that.
already took full chocolate bar. You just get Kit Kat. That's it. For me, I'm taking the Reese's peanut butter cups. Absolutely love it. The chocolate, the peanut butter. But the nice thing is, it's just
That's-
one. I don't really
yeah.
want the full
I like
3
that.
because then if I open it, I have to eat all 3 of them. Otherwise, I just eat one. I save the other 2 for later. I forget about them. I sit on them. It starts to melt. Then a mice gets in it. Starts leaving droppings around
This
my room.
sounds like a traumatizing
I mean,
experience.
I
you
just
had.
want that one little cup because that's enough for me. Just the one.
Right.
Just the
I
one
like
Reese's
that.
peanut butter cup. Thank you. But not the
Um,
minis. I want a one full-sized one. It's square.
All right, I like that.
Okay.
The square.
So like,
Oh, the packaging is square.
Sometimes there's the mini ones. You have to peel the tinfoil
Yeah.
off of it. It's way too much work for that tiny little bite you get.
Yeah, I know
so
that. I know.
I
what you're
like
talking
that a
about.
lot. I like that a lot.
Chippy, your second
I'm a
pick.
big Reese's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, like, I guess, like, I'm just gonna like continue on my like path.
Sure,
in
go
this
for it,
draft.
dude.
You're going vibes
I'm
only.
going-
You're doing whatever you want.
I'm going to get a bag of chips.
Bag of
like,
chips,
like,
just-
bag of chips. Like, it's not
Wait, right? Like the mini bags?
just a.
I've never got a full bag of chips for Halloween.
No, I don't think I ever have either.
No, no.
Yeah.
I'm saying
It's
just
always a snack size,
I'm saying,
26
like,
grams.
A bag of chips.
Bag of chips.
Can I say like? Can I keep it?
Stop.
Can I keep it generic like
What-
that?
Okay, I would think the rule should have been it has to be something that you got for Halloween growing up. Like, you,
A bag of chips.
you know, my favorite Halloween candy is
Here's the
gold
thing.
bars.
Here's the thing, though. I think you can beat him on this one, Hayden, if you draft next. I think you can.
I have
counter
I
his.
have my next pick already pre-picked in
Yep.
my head anyway.
Okay, go.
And I'm going Rockets.
Okay.
And it's the candies. Like
I see. I knew how. I knew what I wanted would still be available because there's so many. I know you guys aren't gonna take what I want to take, so it's like I played this very strategically.
Gotcha. I think the Rockets, great pick. I used to put them in the film canister little things. And pretend,
Yeah.
you take your medicine.
the little pills, yeah.
All right. So to counter the bag of chips, I'm just gonna go Doritos. Any flavor, doesn't matter. Cool Ranch would be nice, but I'll take Doritos because a lot of times the cheapos get the 30-pack bag of chips, and you get these no-name regulars. I don't want that taking up space in my bag. And to be honest,
Oh, the no names, yeah.
then you get the
But sometimes it's dynamite because you've got so much chocolate, and you're like, ooh, a little no name, little potato chip in there. Like, you're like,
Right.
that's kind of fire.
problem is, then you get a few full cans of pop, starts rattling around, crushing all those things, and then
Oh,
you just
now
end up with
you're-
no name chip dust.
Now you're bringing
Jared's
another.
bringing out other picks here.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
that's whatever. Draft as you wish.
Chippy, third pick.
I'm gonna say just because this one was my favorite as a kid,
Mhm.
is the caramel bar.
Oh, that's a Canadian pick. They
Oh,
don't have them in
The
the
caramel, like
It's like
I-
chocolate with caramel filling.
yeah, that one was my. I would always trade for caramel because I'd be like, yo, give me the caramel.
Wow.
That's a solid one. I remember liking that one. It wasn't my favorite chocolate bar. Obviously, Kit Kat was.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna go with another chocolate bar.
Oh, it was the marketing on the caramel bar.
You liked the market.
Because
It was good,
it
yeah.
was
How do they get the
It was the Willy Wonka key.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was the key. Oh, the marketing was so good because I always watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
Yeah.
And they did the key, the golden ticket.
Yeah.
There's plenty of candy for everyone.
Yeah, the caramel bar marketing was.
They also had the
nice.
how do they get the caramel in the caramel bar? And I was always like, this is the dumbest commercial ever. They make the bottom first, they fill it, and then they put it.
Jeremy's like,
it's
I already
easy.
know as a kid. I know.
Simple.
It's
Like
easy,
I'm
yeah.
7. I figured this.
I
out.
worked on a manufacturing line. Come on. This is my third pick. Yeah, for my third pick, I'm torn between two. They were like neck and neck for me growing up. I'm gonna go with the coffee crisp.
Oh.
Okay, I was gonna
wow.
respect you if you said this other one, but I wasn't a big Coffee Crisp guy. There's one that.
I have an. It's probably the one that I'm tied with, but I'm not gonna say it
Yeah,
in case.
yeah.
There's a lot of great chocolate bars out there. It's hard to pick. I already have the Reese's cup, so I'm not going to go chocolate bar again. I'm going
Okay.
Skittles.
Mm.
Love Skittles. Probably one of the best candies. And you get that little square pack. It's the perfect amount. It's like 2 little handfuls of Skittles.
Sour Skittles.
I mean-
You got square pack? Mine always came in like a one you could rip open.
Yeah.
Not like
it's,
a
Square,
box.
it's a
No,
little
it's
little
a square
little
bag.
pack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas
the same as I was.
the full size
and it
one
was
is
like
rectangle.
a paper one,
Right.
so you
Yeah.
could like rip it
Yeah.
easier. Like I like those ones too.
Yeah.
Skittles for my third pick.
Did you like the sour Skittles, or were they too much for you?
They're okay, but they just make my teeth soft and they make my teeth hurt, you know?
Yeah, my tongue would get like.
Yeah, tongue gets kind of
My
weird.
my
after.
tongue is like salivating right now thinking
thinking
about the
about 'em.
sour Skittles.
Yep.
But as a kid, I was all for it. But
Okay.
now it's more regular ones. Anyway,
All
Chippy,
right,
fourth
this
pick.
is- I can't believe this one dropped to 4. This is actually like the chocolate bar of all chocolate bars.
Mm. I'm
The
interested to see if he picks the one I'm
chocolate
thinking of.
bars of all chocolate bars. Nothing beats this bar.
All right, let's hear it.
It's the O.
Correct.
Henry.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh,
It's the-
Henry.
It's an O. Henry.
Yeah. It is the
Ah.
best chocolate.
It is the best chocolate
I'd
bar.
say it's got the best variety of flavor.
It's got
the
peanuts
only
in it.
one
It's
that I
got
would ever buy.
caramel.
Yeah.
It's got.
And Reese's.
As a kid, I wasn't a big
Oh,
O Henry guy. to be
I
honest.
see. I wasn't either.
I would have preferred like actually I won't.
I
say
was a
it.
caramel guy, and then now, if any, I would trade anyone for for an O. Henry.
Mm.
Oh, Henry is the best bar. It's got everything. It's got the little peanuts in it, so
Peanuts,
it's like
it's
it feels like oh, it's a little
caramel.
bit healthy,
It's,
Right. The
Yeah,
caramel is nice.
It's kind of like a meal.
right?
Like you're kind of like, oh, this is like low key
Mm-hmm.
like a meal.
I picked Reese's first because
There's
I
some
just like
protein in
the
it.
experience, like you peeling back.
I
it's,
love
you know,
that. That
the
was.
experience.
I
right?
give you a lot of props for that pick. 'cause
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a great
But
pick.
yeah,
too.
O Henry is where I was going next. That's a great
Where's
pick.
Hayden going though?
Oh, now see I'm second guessing because I don't think you guys are going to pick one of them that I had on my list, but I only have 2 more slots left, so it's tough to fit in.
Mhm.
I don't know if I pick based on my childhood, there's one clear winner, but if I pick based on just overall,
Oh, childhood.
Yeah, all right, you got to go childhood. Give me something personal.
Because like it's so.
I'm ending on a personal
all
one.
right, all right, I'm going Arrow.
Oh, that's a big pick.
Yeah,
I forgot about Arrow.
that was the one
Arrow
that was
was probably
tied.
my favorite.
That was tied for me with Coffee Crisp.
Arrow is a big pick.
So that's my fourth pick.
Arrow, I respect Arrow because Arrow is facts.
It
like,
melts in your mouth. It's got the
yeah,
air bubbles.
texture.
You could eat like 4 of them, and it wouldn't feel
I
like
loved Arrow.
it didn't
I
sit
know,
heavy
it
in
was
your
like,
stomach.
It was light. It
Yeah.
was a light, fluffy chocolate.
Yeah, it's
Arrow,
just
you
beautiful.
could dust the Arrow bar.
It's interesting. Arrow to me, like
They
yeah,
changed though. They changed.
I know it's not as good
oh,
now.
they changed.
That's
it.
why I was saying the childhood do, because like now everything's different.
Dude, the new ones stink.
The old
It's
ones,
like, it's not even like
it's like
it's, like,
rounded and
flat
weird.
and
Yeah,
round. What did it used to be? It was like
it was like squared off.
yeah, it was
yeah.
squared. Oh man.
I have an honorable mention. I'm not going to draft it, but I'll save it for after because it's really tasty. But for me, the chocolate is just chocolate. It's Arrow is chocolate with some air in it.
No,
Whatever.
you're wrong on
Give
that.
me a Jersey bar. It's all the same. It's
No,
like
no, no,
No.
I don't know.
There's different like scores.
All right, Jared,
Full
what's your
scores,
4th
nice.
pick?
My 4th pick, I'm going with a can of Barg's root beer
Oh,
because I absolutely love.
I love
Barq's.
me a root beer. I still drink Barks root beer to this day.
Don't give me anything.
I was
else.
gonna pick Grape Crush.
strong.
See, I love how you can go full
Strong.
chocolate bar, but you can't just say can of
I
pop.
could have. I could have
That's what
drafted a
I'm
can
saying.
of pop.
That's
I
what
didn't
I'm
want to draft a can of pop.
You wanted to
because
go-
if you give me like
A Diet Pepsi, it's not the same.
Yeah, don't give me a Diet Pepsi way down my bag, crush all my chips. No, I want a Barg's.
gotta
root
be
beer
worth it
specific.
I
for
don't.
the-
I don't
if
think a
you're
bag
like
of chips can be wrong. Like 'cause now I have Doritos. Now I have Cheetos.
Yeah, no,
now
no.
I have.
A bag of chips is good. I just want to be specific. I didn't want to say a can of pop.
You're like a flight attendant. You're like, that's not going to fit under the weight limit. I don't think I can
No.
accept this.
I don't want a Diet Pepsi. Don't give me anything with aspartame in it, please. No, that stuff is poison. Right? I want a Barg's root beer.
I
That
think
I'm
the worst
excited
I
about.
got was a club soda one year, and I was,
Club soda. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with the club soda? Why'd you put that in my
I'm
bag?
like, now I got to carry this around.
Lady, go mix this with some tonic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh gosh. All right, Jared, that's a good pick. I love some Barks root beer.
Wait. Oh yeah. No. Okay. I didn't pick 5. Good. I got one left. That's good.
I'm trying to really go into my bag right now. Like trying to like get something.
Think about reaching into your bag of candy. What
I
were you
got-
feeling around for the most? Did you want to grab?
I got one.
All right.
It was the mystery bags.
Oh.
Hey, that's
Those
like me
little-
with the
little-
snack
yeah.
bar.
Yeah, those little mystery bags. You're like, what's in this little mystery bag?
Mm.
Is there an eraser? Is it a pencil? Is it a chocolate bar? Is it a lollipop?
A little
Like,
joke that's
those
not
little
funny.
ghost
Little
bags.
comic.
And
the
shout out
ghosts.
shout out to the people that are making the mystery bags. Just going
Yeah.
that little extra mile.
Yeah.
We're handing out mystery
Putting
bags.
together a whole experience, an unboxing experience for you.
There might even be some floss in there. You know what? Shout out to that. They got a little everything in those mystery bags. There might even be a can of pop.
That one's for the parents out there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
mystery bag.
That's solid. That's solid. I think I've got a pretty well-rounded lineup. I got a mix of chocolate and candy. I don't have any chips, but that's okay. I was never a big fan of the chips in my bag because they would always get crunched up, and by the time you ate them, even if I brought them
Oh,
in
you
for
need
my
a little
lunch,
salty though to offset
Uh,
the sugar though. You
I'm
trust
going-
me.
as-
Trust me.
as a kid though, I didn't care about that. I was all sweet and
I was
sour.
both.
So I'm gonna go with another candy, and it's the most elite one you could get in the square packets, like you guys are talking about. That's Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, Sour
Oh,
Patch Kids
Those
are
are
good.
nice.
And I had a close second, but Sour Patch Kids are definitely the OG.
They're great. They're great.
Yeah.
To get taken fifth.
And the
that's
nice part
amazing.
about those ones is that you got the same form factor as the large bag, whereas some of the other ones, Maynards, I won't name any names, you got a smaller version, which isn't as nice to eat, but they still tasted good. So Sour Patch Kids, easy.
The
walk.
dosing of the Sour Patch is nice. You get like you eat like 3 at a time. You can pick your flavors you want to mix together. You know, different colors. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, oh, do I want to go red and blue or orange and yellow, or am I going to go green and yellow together?
Yeah.
I don't know, right? A little bit of variety. Excellent pick. It's hard to take my last one. There's so many good ones left on the
I
table.
told you it's easy 3 draft.
I mean, so you guys have all picked, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Board's
it's all right.
open.
I'll leave these ones to honorable mentions, but my last one, I'm just going, give me something homemade, which is a little sketchy.
Oh, that's sketch.
It
bro.
can be sketchy,
That's
but
A little homemade
sketch.
brownie.
here's the
a
thing.
little homemade brownie.
Here's the
little
thing.
cookie,
I grew up
little,
on
little ecstasy in there. What do we got in there? What do you throw in that homemade brownie,
So
Jared? A little
the-
bit of weed.
I know the city people will not be agreeing with this one, but I grew up on a farm,
Yeah.
and we had like about 6 people that lived on our entire road,
Mhm.
right? So we would visit them first. It's like, you know, you go to the Johnsons, and they're giving
When
you a
it's
full
your neighbors, it's
yeah, your neighbors are giving you a full
Well, it's
chocolate bar.
still, you don't know what they're doing over
No,
there.
we know them. They're our neighbors, right? I go down to the Coots.
You know them.
I go down to the
I
Coots.
grew up
Yeah,
in a
I think
similar
you know
neighborhood.
'em.
No,
I could trust the neighborhood, but I
No.
never wanted homemade stuff
No,
still. I
here's
didn't
the
care.
thing. We'd
What
go-
was it? A muffin?
No. Going down to the Coots, it was a baggie of homemade fudge. and it
Okay,
was delicious.
okay.
No company is making homemade fudge.
I wouldn't even
Don't
be
see?
upset if that was laced with weed. When
Yeah, a little bit of homemade fudge.
Easy. But like, not you can't make homemade fudge. You know, I mean, sorry, you can't buy.
Yeah, your homemade. You
cannot
loved it
buy
so
homemade
much
fudge.
because you forgot where you were that night, and then you're waking up next. Mom, when's
was-
Halloween?
I was
Sugar.
Mom.
Hit the sugar.
No, homemade fudge. I never even would have thought of that for Halloween candy, but
because it's
it's
so
so
elite,
rare. Yeah.
rare that like you don't get it often. But like,
Mom,
give
could
me
you make
something
some
good, homemade.
nachos?
I'm saying a lot of people out there might have had like that neighbor that would just we made
Something
this just
custom.
for you. You
Oatmeal
know?
cookies or
Yeah.
like hot out of the oven brownies or
Exactly.
something.
Yeah.
You go across the road and the neighbor specifically put something together just for you because they know you. Like, here's everyone else's candy.
Yeah.
Here's what all the other kids get.
They invite you in for a pop and
Yeah.
some homemade fudge or
We
something.
made-
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like our neighbors across the road here for Mason and Olivia,
Mhm.
like they go across the road and they made them a little package with a little like stuffed animal and all this.
Then
Like,
it's like, do
ah.
you trust that? Are you a little too?
yeah.
If
little
you grow up in
too
a very
generous?
tight knit
Could-
community,
Could you
then-
be a little too generous where it's a little you spend a little too much time on this.
Uh,
What are they trying to do? What's their real
they're
motive?
being mighty neighborly. It's the
Oh,
Canadian way.
Don't overly trust,
Canadian
sometimes we've
way.
seen some of those TV shows
Hey,
on
when the sweater hits the floor.
yeah, when the sweater hits the
No.
floor, you're gonna be like, oh, they did seem nice.
That should be the name
He
of the
did
episode.
seem like a good guy. He was always out there helping them garden. He was always out there in the back shed.
All right, let's go through
control
the
we can
picks.
control, you know.
Jerry, you
I
wrote
got
them
them all,
down?
yeah.
All right.
So Chippy, we got a full chocolate bar.
Okay, let me just say, we used to have when I was growing up, there was a family that I guess worked for like Nestle.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
So-
gonna trust them?
I don't know. We don't trust nobody. out
They
here.
told you they
We
worked
don't
for
trust
Nestle.
nobody out here. No, you don't.
They just
As long as I-
hijacked a truck, a tractor trailer.
Yeah,
full.
but so they would always have full bars.
Oh yeah.
So we'd
Yeah.
always have to hit that house up first. And
My
be like,
parents always give out full bars.
Your neighbors,
No.
they
They
were
go to
like
Costco
Drake.
and
They
full
always
bars.
got full bars.
How many? But we had so many people, kids come through. I think it would be
My parents
we'd
usually
be out of
about
business. Or
15, 20 now, but it used to be more when I was younger. They'd get
Oh,
like
we'd
2
have
or
like-
3 packs of the full chocolate bars from Costco and give those out.
also, I would like to say, like, is this episode gonna be out before Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Tomorrow.
get outside and like trick or treat. I swear, last year no one was trick or treating.
Yeah,
No one trick or treats anymore.
I think it's.
I'm calling
it's
out-
weather
I'm
dependent.
calling out the youth. Like,
Yeah.
go out and trick or treat. I want to see.
Your costumes.
Well, we
and-
used to be flying out there. We'd be out there
Oh
like
yeah, competition.
families out there running, and you're
the kids with the bikes had the advantage, and
oh, it was people were outside last year. Like there was no one. Like
Mhm.
well, I was hiding. I turned all the lights out last year.
You're really encouraging it.
so you're
really encouraging
you're
it.
calling them out, but at the same time you're hiding.
I
it.
know. I gave away beanies though. The only people that came to my house, I gave away like 3 hats. I'm like,
Okay.
damn, like they're not even respect those. I was like, I shouldn't have handed those away.
I'm telling you, I cannot wait until my kids are old enough to browse the streets, roam the streets by themselves,
Mm.
right, on Halloween. Just send them out.
You gonna invite us over for a barbecue? All the kids are
Actually
gone.
sounds nice. That does sound nice. No,
We'll make some.
I want to
brownies.
make those, those Ring door cam videos where
Oh,
it's like,
oh yes.
I want to be that guy. So it's like you have a straw stuffed
Scare the crap out
scarecrow
of
with
these
like a
kids.
pumpkin
And you
on
just
his
sit
head
there and startle
and,
them.
and like a few other like decoy
Mhm.
decorations, and it all just looks like
is that your
little-
viral 2023 video?
I just want to do this for my own, like, kid reaches for the candy, go, hey, right? I just see
Scared
them
the
jump right off
You
the
have the
porch.
bowl.
Rocky
You have
mushrooms out of 'em.
the
Yeah.
classic bowl that says "take one," and if they go to take more, I said take one.
I don't know.
I said take 1, and you took 2.
I just want to get a
Rip 'em
few
out of
good
his hand, send
jump
the kid-
scares.
Send the kid crying.
Yeah.
Did
the
you
kid
ever
home
have
crying.
anyone do that to you when you were? Because I
Oh,
remember
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I had a guy hide in
I
the
think
ditch,
I think I threw a right.
and then
hook
I go to
once.
go down his driveway, and he came up behind my brother, and I was like, "Whoo," and we're like, "Ah!"
Yeah, like
it's great when it happens early. Like it's like one of the first houses you go to has like one of those jump scares,
Mhm.
and then every single other
You're on
house
the edge
you're
for
just
it.
like sidestepping and cross over.
Yeah,
you're looking
you're
all
like,
over.
right
You're
the heck,
really, if you do that, Jerry, you're really doing a service to everyone else's decorations because you're adding legitimacy to it, right? You're making it actually scary. So good on terrorizing the kids.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
all
I
for
think
it.
I'm gonna like.
Looking forward to that.
You might catch like a. If you did that to me, you might catch like a
A right hook. Bam.
like a
Jab.
Little jab,
Karate
finger
chop.
jab.
chop to the throat or something like that.
Karate chop
Like, you
right
might
to
try
the
that.
gourd.
Next thing
Yeah.
you'll,
Yeah, I had multiple experiences with
now
the jump
you're actually
scares.
a ghost.
You turned me into a real ghost.
Jab him into the.
There was one. I want to recount this actually. There was
Ghost
one.
into a ghost.
There was one that I went to, and there was a guy sitting outside, but he looked like just like a doll. He was like kind of limp looking in the chair, and like we looked at him and like poked him, and there was nothing. So then we knock on the door. Someone answers the door. His wife obviously gives us candy. Then as soon as we turn to go down the steps, she's like, "Have a great night," and we just like ran down the.
It's amazing. Just saying, have a great night. Just
It
one
still
little
startles
thing.
you because you thought that it was fake, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had it
Oh.
ruled out in your mind, and it's like, who said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Well, how about the people that leave their candy out and say take one?
I know that's.
Oh, it's
and then
great.
we just
Yo, we got to go trick or treat with our kids. I got to walk, right? So I can't sit there and man the door and like walk the kids. So
someone's got to stay home.
and you know what you do? You put the bowl right in front of that ring cam, and then you get home at night and you just scrub through the footage. Let's see.
Which kid
Let's
took all
see.
the
Oh,
candy?
yeah. Oh, I knew Kaya would be good. Oh yeah, Brody's good. Oh yeah, John. Yeah.
No, remember.
I knew he'd take 4.
Remember what was the morph suits?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a morph suit on.
I had a friend.
And then you just throw the birds up to the ring camera.
I had a friend that would scout out each year the places that left out the whole bowl, and then he'd go to those houses first
Oh,
at
that's
the
rude.
beginning of that. And
That's
I was
rude.
like, and
Well, you're getting.
I grew up in a community where it was like you go door to door. Part of it is like you have to knock, you have to see someone.
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't, like, a lot of the time if there was a house with candy put out, we wouldn't even go to it usually. Or
Oh,
like they would like walk up with us,
Oh,
make sure we only took one. Like,
interesting.
yeah.
So with our candy bowl that we left out last year, you're kind of seeing, it's kind of cool to notice, like, okay, we had the highest frequency of visits from 6 p.m. to 6:30. Really slowed down after 6:30. A few at
Do you have the
7.
metrics on the Halloween
Yeah.
performance for last year that you can reference for this
Yeah,
year to
wow.
know when to show up?
No advanced stats over here, but it's just kind of fun to see like when everyone basically went home.
Right.
And then at like 8:15, it's just one kid, clearly a teenager.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a full ninja costume, like full mask, so you don't know who he is. We know who he is. So
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I know that kid.
Yeah.
I know where he lives. And he looks in the bowl, dumps it, right? But essentially, he knows. He's like, yeah, no other kids are out here.
It's like I might as well take it because
Yeah.
otherwise it's going back inside.
There,
My
he's
candy
I'm
now.
about to go rip cod with the boys. And just,
Yeah.
But it's funny. He had like at least he dressed up.
Yeah.
I commend him for that.
I might dress up this year.
I was just about to say Chippy's like convincing himself, I need some free candy. I
Hit
gotta-"
the
Hell, like-
8:30 p.m. if there's any candy bowls left out. Just
Might-
you're just
yeah,
doing a
like-
service at that point.
Yeah.
I might hand out sushi this year.
Mm.
Just elevate the kids' palates.
Yeah, some crab, some spicy crab, spicy salmon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, that comes across as a little suspicious,
And
Chippy. I don't
spicy
know if
tuna.
people are gonna
And a
trust
USB stick with like the readings of
Yeah, it's gonna say scan me. There's gonna go a link right to my my store.
all of your philosophy on a USB stick for them to
Yeah,
peruse. Maybe a little print off, a pamphlet.
Exactly.
Pamphlet.
They're gonna get a piece of floss. They're
The
gonna
best thing you can do if
orange.
you have kids and you have people coming to your house to trick or treat is to hang around for a little bit and wait for the first wave of parents to come through and have a beer with them or something like that.
You
Yeah.
should- you
There is a house in our neighborhood that gives out beers.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand out toothbrush.
Yeah, that's good.
You're gonna be that guy.
Yeah, Listerine.
There's a stereotype. You're the go to the junk drawer guy. It's like, oh shoot, I forgot to get candy.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll get you something.
Yeah.
It's like, here, take something.
Here's-
and it's like tooth floss, a
Pocket
toothpick,
knife.
a pocket knife. Yeah.
Here's a pencil,
spoon that
pencil
I-
sharpener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in school, right?
A
Yeah.
pen, a pen.
Do you need some elastics and plastic forks?
Here's a nice ballpoint pen for you.
Yeah.
Here's some double A
No
and
ink.
here's some double A and triple A batteries. That one's a little crusty. that one, but it's probably still got.
Here's
some
an
juice.
eraser.
Put it in your remote. It
Oh,
might still
gosh.
work.
That was fun. I think that's a good note to leave it on.
Wow, we do have to do the final read.
Oh, you haven't even read it yet. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Didn't let me.
All right.
We're not gonna pick a winner, but we got Chippy with a full chocolate bar, bag of chips, caramel, O. Henry, and a mystery bag.
Mm.
A lot of mysteries in yours. 3 out of 5 are
Yeah.
just like, give me whatever.
Imagination.
whatever.
Let the imagination take over on mine.
Full chocolate bar, but is it Mr. Big? Well,
Ooh,
little too big.
Mr. Big.
got the rice in it.
It's kind of dynamite.
What is the worst
I thought
full
about
chocolate
taking Mr. Big.
It doesn't
but-
even matter. Oh, the worst.
What's the worst full chocolate bar? It depends on preference. I'll eat them all. I
I
have
I,
preference.
I don't. I honestly don't think I would love
As a kid, it was
I'll
Crispy
snore that
Crunch. I
much.
didn't like as much.
Or yeah,
I don't think I would love a.
Crispy Crunch,
My mom
Kinda
loves Crispy
similar.
Crunch, so I would
Oh,
trade her.
I like the crunchy bars.
crunchy
Yeah, the
bars.
sponge toffee.
The sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was on my list, but you never get that for
Oh, they're
Halloween.
very rare.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are like gold.
What about Almond Joy? Like, are those like coconut filled?
What's that?
Oh, those stink.
I'm trying to find the worst one.
the,
Like, what do you
the
not
worst, the worst for me, it was just Tootsie Rolls. Like I didn't really
Yeah.
care.
I
for
kind of
Tootsie
like
Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls.
The chocolate ones. No,
get? They're all right.
the fruity ones are better.
You
But
you mix them into the rotation. You know, you sorted all your candy
Or
and
how
you have
about like
your
a
plan
fruit
of
by the
what-
foot?
mine would be the last candy I'd have in my bag would be plain chips and chocolate Tootsie
Oh,
Rolls.
the worst. You wanna
And
know
I'm
the
like,
worst?
I'm eating it because it's better than nothing, but I left it till the end.
I found the worst. Those little corn things.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Candy corn
candy
and
corn.
little witch
Yeah.
candies. The witch candies.
Oh,
Which wrapping on it.
Just
don't even bother
make
with
you
the
throw
corn.
up.
The
Too sweet.
corn.
anyway,
Oh,
finish
and
the
no,
list before.
the wax. Those like those little caramel, like the actual,
Yeah.
like the actual caramel.
Yeah.
Like salted candy or whatever those are.
Caramel.
They're wrapped in the plastic.
Caramel. Some people say caramel.
Caramel.
Oh, I know which
Caramel.
ones you're talking
Just
about.
like
yeah.
the like. Don't even bother.
I gave those to my sister. I was like, I don't want any of these.
Come on.
Don't even trade me for them. They're worthless to me.
I feel like
They
I
have
might
no
like
value.
them now, though. I'm thinking about it. Like, probably-
Yeah. If you want to lose all your fillings, if you got.
Yeah.
All right, Hayden. He's got the Kit Kat, the Rockets, the Coffee Crisp, the Arrow, and Sour Patch. It's a nice lineup.
I
Very
love
good
it.
team. Good squad.
That's a winner for me, but it's also subjective. So
Well, I mean, yeah, I would take mine. I would like.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like your Sour Patch Kids. Wouldn't mind some of those. And the O. Henry is pretty tasty. I'd steal that from Chip. But for me, Reese's Cups, Doritos, any flavor's fine for Doritos. They're all good.
Mhm.
Skittles.
they're all kind of similar, actually. Like
Well,
if
I mean,
you
cool ranch is kind of a
Ranch,
standout, but then
sweet
yeah,
chili
once you get into the
heat.
sweet chili heat, bold barbecue,
you can tell it's a Dorito. They have the same like base MSG salt on it or whatever.
yeah, fake cheese, like
Yeah,
powdered,
I heard
powdered
they
cheese.
do cause cancer. I heard.
Yes, you just gotta, win some, you lose some.
I heard that. I actually heard that. Doritos. So
So yeah,
uh,
that draft sucks. Yeah, it's just what's the last two?
The sun shines even through a dirty window.
rainy days are for fish.
Okay, Reese's Cups, Doritos, Skittles, a Barks root beer to wash her all down, and then
Mm.
give me something homemade.
I like that.
That's a nice. Give me some fudge.
Well rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and my honorable mentions: the cookies and cream chocolate bar.
Cookies and cream.
It's
Oh, like the
it's-
Hershey's?
The Hershey's
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the white chocolate with the little
Ooh.
chunk. Like that's a nice.
I preferred the like
crunch?
almond crunch one, like over
Yeah.
the because the cookies and cream one was just it was sweet but not in the right way for me.
It's sweet and like creamy, and then it has
Oh,
the
the
little cookie
almond
crumb.
crunch. That one's dynamite.
And then as an adult, a beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't
yeah.
hurt. Doesn't hurt. your hand, why not?
Hershey,
Yeah.
the Hershey's bar is.
Is there any houses handing out brisket this year?
Oh, we need
Is there any jerky?
We
Which
need-
house handed out the jerky?
We need to reinvent, like, have a premium Halloween experience.
Yes. Invite all the guys to come by to trick or treat.
Who's handing out the jerky this year? What was that jerky? That company?
Oh yeah.
Bovine.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's handing out the bovine?
Yeah.
Oh,
$75 a bag. Here
Yeah.
you go. Could you imagine we started like the day before Halloween? It's like adult Halloween,
Mm,
and it's like
jerky.
I love it.
some brisket
Philly
slice up,
cheesesteak
yeah,
Or the after the kids go to bed.
cheesesteak sliders.
some some nice craft brews. Yeah, here's a tall boy.
Mm,
Yeah,
I like it.
Muskoka Brewery.
We're just very inventive today. I like it.
I think we should make that happen.
Here's some Beats by Dre headphones.
Here's some homemade mac and cheese.
All right, guys.
Poutine.
Thanks for hanging around with us
Food
today.
tour.
Let us know in the comments whose draft of Halloween candy you liked more
Yep.
and what your top 5 would be.
Mine was a mystery driver bag.
Yeah, I
Mystery,
like that.
Mr. Mystery Driver.
And we will see you next
Yeah,
week.
Jared, take a bite of that just for all of us. So we can
Jared's gonna eat his food now.
Next
Gonna change the
burrito.
world
freshy though.
with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference.
Gotta go to Mexico.
Feed the poor and heal the sick.